everyone, here's another Sabbat video from me, and today I'm going to be talking about Ostara, also known as Eostre or Ostara. The name, or Eostre as well. The name Eostre derives from the Celtic German name of the dawn goddess, whose name was Eostre or Ostara. Ostara is the spring equinox, and it celebrates the return of life to the land, much in the same way as Imbolc, because Imbolc celebrates the promise of new life and the planting of seeds, whereas this shows the growing of flowers and plants and things. And Ostara, being at spring equinox, day and night are equal. So instead of being long nights and short days, both of those are equal. So you're in an equal time of light and dark. And from this point, the sunlight hours prevail over the darkness right till the summer solstice. And because it's a time of balance, it's traditionally a time of probably what you call New Year's resolutions, or getting rid of bad habits and taking on good ones as well, to balance things out and make things even. And because this is the time when new flowers are growing and it's really noticeable that spring is here, this is a time when it's traditional to appoint a spring queen or flower queen within a coven or family or whatever, and she is presented with flowers and to give to the families and people around. And this is also a custom at Beltane, and it's probably more likely to be seen at Beltane in more northern countries such as England and the north of North America, because the spring doesn't really fulfill its promise until Beltane, when summer is beginning. Whereas in more southern countries such as around the Mediterranean, it's more traditional to celebrate spring and flowers in that way at Ostara, or possibly even at Imbolc, depending on the climate. At Ostara, the goddess is seen as the maiden, and her cloak is green that covers all of the land, and she now really embodies spring, and traditionally seen as a young woman with flowers in her hair. And this can be seen by the way that flowers are growing in the fields and gardens around us. And it's when crops are first beginning to grow for when we harvest them in the summer. And the god at this time, he is much the same as Imbolc, a virile young man, but he is now in hot pursuit of the maiden before their wedding at Beltane. Some traditions see this as a time when the goddess and god consummate their relationship, and the goddess becomes pregnant with the child to be born at Yule as the child of light. But many people see the consummation of their relationship at Beltane, which is the time of their marriage, which is, although Ostara is a fertility festival, Beltane is more so, as can be seen in typical poems about May Day and such. We'll go into that another time. Other things associated with Ostara are traditionally things you'd probably traditionally see at Easter, such as Easter eggs. And Easter eggs came about because they are a pagan symbol of fertility. The shape of the egg, like that, is a symbol of fertility and that life is going to break forth. And these were adopted by Christianity into their Easter celebrations, which they decided should fall at the same time as the pagan spring equinox celebrations, and because they could share in the symbolism and things. The other symbol of Ostara that you'll readily recognise is the rabbit, the Easter bunny. But the Easter bunny is not actually a rabbit. It's actually a hare, which is a pagan fertility symbol, enforcing this as one of the fertility festivals. And is been immortalised in chocolate for many decades. And that's why you traditionally get a bunny bringing your Easter eggs. Because this is really the time, like the phrase is mad as a March hare, because this is a time when life is really dominant and active, and like you see hares in the fields, and they're full of life, and like new baby animals have really like found the feet, whereas they were born around Imbolc or slightly later, or are being born at Ostara, and they are full of life, and you see them playing in the fields as you would a human child, only the development of human children takes a lot longer, but let's not go into that. Well, other than what I've already said, Ostara is, as I already said, the time of the spring equinox, and this firmly plants us in the reign of the Oak King, as the Oak King is, if you don't already know, is the king of the two. There are two brothers. One is the Oak King, and one is the Holly King. The Oak King rules over the waxing year, when days get longer and sunlight prevails, and the Holly King reigns over the time when light dwindles or waxes and darkness prevails. And at the solstices, these two brothers battle for who will rule the half of the year. So now at Yule, the two brothers battled and the Oak King won, as is traditional, and then at the summer solstice they will battle and the Holly King will win. And because this is a time when from this point sunlight definitely prevails, we are firmly planted in the reign of the Oak King, and we can see the effects of the sun, and it's a time when people start to get what's been dubbed spring fever, and you get people taking days off work just because of what's happening in the environment outside, like the sunlight, and it's now getting warmer, and it's just a sort of magical time when you can feel life coming back to the land. Whereas you could probably see it at Imbolc, but it's now very definite, and you can see it definitely now. And I think that's all I can say about Ostara, really. Yeah, if I've forgotten anything again, I apologise. I hope I haven't. Blessed be to you all. Have a happy Ostara. Bye.
We are the flow, we are the ebb, we are the weaver, we are the web. We are the flow, we are the ebb, we are the wolves that Hecate fed. We are the flow, we are the ebb, we are the witches back from the dead. We are the flow, we are the ebb, we are the weaver, we are the web, we are the flow.